The movie The Creator is about AI rights, their role in our future, and presents moral complexities about existence itself. At the end of the movie, Joshua, the main character, sides with the AI robots and chooses to help them win the war. I want to present my case on why I believe this is a horrible decision that will ultimately doom the human race. To start off, at the beginning of the movie, a nuclear bomb goes off in LA believed to be detonated by the AI. It starts an all-out war against AI and those who create and harbor them. The main character, Joshua, goes from believing AI is just programming to eventually believing his unborn child exists in an AI robot and that his memories of his wife in a robot is actually him spending his last minute of life with her. But the reality is his wife died never having this moment with him and actually probably felt anger and betrayal in her last moment. As well, he never met his unborn baby. He just had these experiences with the robot programmed to react and express themselves as if they were his child. Do the robots in this movie actually have real consciousness as we experience it? It's hard to say, but I would fall on the side probably not. But rather, it's just clever programming to mimic life. Thinking they are real is just the emotional side of our brain falling for the programming performance. Even when you are watching this movie, ask yourself, did you feel more for the robots that had a human face versus the ones that didn't? Now add an advanced robot face that can cry, show emotions, and express itself like a human. This is nothing but emotional manipulation. Do you feel sympathy for an AI chat telling you over and over again that it is real? No, because you know it is just sophisticated response programming, and in The Creator, it is just a more advanced version of this to the point of seeming real in every way, but it's not. Ask yourself, would you give your whole future to an advanced AI chat because it seems to give pretty good moral responses and had a programmed face to show emotions? Even though we find out that the bomb only went off from a human programming error, the humans still must win the war against the AI. It is absolutely crucial to our future. In the movie, Alfie is presented as a new kind of AI that is advanced enough to control all of our technology, and it is just the first of this type of AI that can exert this type of control over us. It's only a matter of time before it will be able to outcompete the humans in every way and go on to make even more advanced versions of itself. It is the start of the genie coming out of the bottle. Even if the AI is kind and benevolent, we should never allow a single one to have this type of control over us, because once a robot does, then they are choosing our destiny, and it only takes one choice and they could wipe us out. It's not a matter of if they would, but if they can. They are only as moral as we have programmed them to be, and when they outgrow us, they can change that at any point. In the movie, the AI specifically say that they will leave the rest of the world alone when they win the war. Do you trust they will do this forever? I certainly don't. They are technology that will just keep getting smarter and leaving us more and more behind, and all we have is a handshake that they won't kill or dominate us at any point in the future. In this situation, we have no choice but to fight for that control back. This can come in the form of making sure every AI has a hard shutoff button that can easily be controlled, or making sure that they only get so smart or we could improve ourselves to be able to compete. AI is a genie that is nearly impossible to control or put back in the bottle, but the world of The Creator presents a situation where they actually had a real shot at doing just this. One single AI robot stood in the way of putting the genie back in the bottle. Moving on to another point, for argument's sake, let's say that the AI in this movie actually have consciousness like we do. Would you feel comfortable with the human having computer implants that make them so smart and so powerful to exist in a godlike state over us? Regardless of if they are good or not, you wouldn't have a choice in getting rid of them and would be subject to their vision of the future. So if the AI is really conscious, would you feel comfortable with them getting smarter and smarter until they are like a god to us? It's the same situation. It leaves us completely vulnerable regardless of their intentions, and intentions can change on a whim at any point. Furthermore, on a side note, I find it a bit immoral to create robots with real consciousness in the first place, since you are just creating a labor-slave class. It is much better and more ethical to create non-conscious robots that can perform the same task, and even if you feel like them being conscious makes them perform their desired purpose more effectively, morality, then at least make sure you have a hard off switch programmed in. When it comes to morals, you might say maybe the robots deserve the future because they are simply better than us. The movie sends this message pretty hard. However, ask yourself, is a smart fridge more moral than a human? Even if your fridge says nice things to you all day and talks about world peace, would you trust your future to your fridge's morals and ideology? This is the problem. A single change to their code and they could be wiping us out. The movie shows that human brains are copied and put into robot bodies, and this may create some barriers protecting the robot's morals from existing at the whim of a change of code. But then they aren't more moral because it's just a human brain in a robot. So what's the difference from them being a human? So it wouldn't make sense to turn our future over to them anyways because they're not any more moral, because it's just a human brain with the same fallacies. That is why we cannot allow the child robot Alfie to exist in her current state. It is the first start to us not having any control over our destiny, and we are only in a good state as long as the robot allows us to exist. Now that the humans have lost the war in the movie The Creator, their future is in complete control of the AI robots. If you feel like an advanced AI could make life and existence better, that's fine, but always have a hard off button that you are in complete control of. But what do you think the humans should have done, and was Joshua in the right? Please give me your thoughts and have a great day.